Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Jacquees, and I am rolling up.
All right, what's up, everyone? This is Chelsea Alexandra with Rolling Out. Super excited. I have a very special guest with me today. We got Jacquees in the building.
Yo.
Yes, how you doing today?
Doing good. How you?
I'm good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, excited to talk to you. You got Sincerely For You tour coming up.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I feel good. We kick off September 29th in New Orleans. We here in Atlanta October 1st, so it feels good. You know, I ain't been on the road in like 3 years touring. You know, I'm always doing shows. I never stopped doing shows, but as far as like a tour, I haven't been on the tour since the King R&B tour. That was 2020, right before COVID happened. So I'm excited to get back out here, you know, to see my fans in this type of light again.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. So 3 years later, when did you know like this is a sign? Like what made you know like okay?
Well, I tour off every album, so I haven't dropped the album since 2019, which was the King R&B album, and we toured the next year, which was 2020, and then the world shut down. Right. So we dropped this album in December. You know, we've been letting it soak in, you know, letting the fans soak it in. It's been about 10 months, you know, since we dropped. Well, it'll probably be 10 months, like 9 months. No, about 10 months. Yeah, we dropped December, September. So, yeah, I just feel like, you know, it was time, you know. It's towards the end of the year. I know everybody back in school, the conversation happening, you know, whether you're in college, high school, whatever, because, you know, my fans, they young and old. So I just feel like, you know, this the time. Shout out to my boy, Nick Lav. Yeah. It was actually his people that kind of put together this whole idea, you know, to do this tour. And he's actually our opener on the tour. So, you know, I'm just excited to be back on the road. You know, shout out to everybody that was a part of making this happen. You know, I'm excited to do it.
Okay, well, let's talk about that a little bit more. I know Nick Lav around these parts. So, what's you know, what is your like music business relationship with him? Is that like
he was just honestly, Nick was an artist, a young artist on the come up. He was always like at my shows. You know, the way we came up. Of course, like a lot of other artists, we would do these shows and promoters would put other people on the shows. You know, so you might have Jacquees headlining, but then you may have a bunch of different openers. And Nick was always someone that was an opener. No matter what cities we was in, I would see him a lot. And just from that, you know, if you see somebody so much, you kind of start to form a relationship with them, even if it's just like a what's up type of relationship, or if it's like, you know, hey, let's go to the, you know, after the club or something. You know, it's just, you know, he a cool guy, you know what I'm saying? And he started like a fan of my music, you know, so he give me a lot of respect, you know what I'm saying? He's somebody that been supporting me for a while. So, you know, I salute him, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he a dope dude, you know what I'm saying? Not even as an artist, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of real people left in the world, and I consider him, he's somebody that's, for as much as I know, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like a pretty real dude. So, you know, I get to go on the road with him, see him, you know, every day, you know, and see how he really rocking. So, you know, shout out to him, though.
That's what's up. Nah, he's a cool person.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk about, you know, Sincerely For You, the album, right? So, you know, it's executive produced by Future. What was it like working with him, first off? We got to talk about that.
Working with Future was super dope. Future is super talented, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog, and he one of the few people that I've actually worked with in the studio and was actually amazed. You know what I'm saying? He got so many different type of melodies in his head. You could tell he older. You could tell he been around. You know what I mean? So it was just super dope working with him. And along with the other producers that he put me with to work with, like my boy Jacquees. They call him Pop Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what he go by now. But I did a lot of work with Pop Lord. Future, you know, set that up for us to, you know, work together. And we came up with some super, super dope records, you know, outside of my team that I'm always working with, Nash B, K Major, Forte Boy. Pop Lord came in for this album along with Future, and, you know, we made some incredible records. You know, I think they was memorable. I think they was records that'll stick. I don't think they just fly by records. You know, sometimes you make music and it don't kind of stick, but you always want to aim for the records that'll stick. So I believe we made some records on this album that'll actually be here. Like after this tour, when I'm on to the next tours, they'll still want to hear these records perform.
Absolutely, yeah, it's definitely a solid album.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to say, like, you know, because Future, I feel like he doesn't get his props, right? Because, you know,
he don't.
Sometimes I feel like they don't give him his flowers like they should.
On a pedestal.
You know, so I think it's cool. You think so? Okay. Well, hey, but
treat
yeah,
Future like Michael Jackson.
All right, so moving along, we gonna talk about the people you worked with on the album. So of course, Summer Walker.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah, everyone. So I guess who was your favorite person that you worked with and why?
21 Savage, Summer Walker.
Well, let's talk about Summer Walker.
Summer Walker, she's super dope. She was on my last album, the King R&B album. Whenever I hit Summer Walker up, she always hit me back. You know, I respect that, because a lot of times when an artist come in the game, sometimes they'll start off showing you a lot of love, and eventually they'll just fade out. Like the relationship will turn into a management type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just, even though we still have to handle business with our management, I still respect the fact that I can still pick up the phone and hit her up like, hey, I got a record I want you to do, and she'll get back to it. You know, and now once we got to handle the business, that's when all her people start stepping in, you know what I'm saying, which I respect too. But she's a super dope artist. I actually just seen Summer at the Beyonce concert.
Okay.
You know, it was super dope because she took pictures with my little sister. It's always dope when you got your siblings with you and they get to see, you know, your peers, and they get to, you know, get that type of love. So it always made me feel good when they actually show love to my family too. So that was super dope. Yeah, you know, we plan on making more records. We got plans on doing a lot of stuff together. So, you know, you should definitely be seeing that pretty soon, or, you know, one day, possibly, hopefully.
I love it. Well, you just talked about Beyonce tour. We can't just gloss over that.
Oh, yeah.
How has she inspired you as an artist? Because, you know, she's super...
Oh, yeah, I've always loved Beyonce. Even before, like, she became, like huge. Like, I like Beyonce when she had a gold tooth. Like, the blonde hair, the micros, girls don't even wear them no more. Like, I liked her back then, like Destiny's Child Beyonce. Like, I don't know, just watching her evolve, like her evolution, it's just been dope. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first seen the little I remember when I first seen that, I was probably like, what, like 03 or something like that? Like 05, something like that. I just remember being real young and just seeing them on award shows and just seeing how she broke off from Destiny's Child, but still keep them around like as her sisters. Like, she don't never feel like she better than them or something. I always respected that about her. Even though the world make her put her on a super pedestal, she always keep her people right there. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot from Beyonce. Even just being at a tour the other day, I was really like blown away. You know what I'm saying? Because she really be up there singing. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you see artists and they be lip singing. You know what I'm saying? Even rappers and stuff, you be like, damn, they lip singing. Like, I ain't knocking the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe one day they might tell me to lip sing. I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? Because I've never done that before. But just watching Beyonce, watching the high energy and just watching her hit the notes. And I was really watching her mouth, like, really to see, like, she sound too perfect. Like, I was looking for the flaw, but I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, you try to see, like, it got, like, there's no way this is just super perfect. But it was super perfect. You know what I'm saying? And even when she popped the show off, how she talk about it's not even about being perfect, and she still ended up being perfect. It was just like, yeah, she's super dope. So shout out to Beyonce. Hopefully one day I work with her, and I got to meet her. You know what I'm saying? I met her at the Rock Nation brunch. I don't know if that was last year or this year. We be moving so fast. It was probably last year. No, it was this year, I think. It was this year. I met her. You know what I'm saying? She walked in and gave me a hug. It made me feel good because as an artist, I was just like, dang, Beyonce must know my music. You feel me? Because she was doing people like this. You feel me? She seen me, gave me a look. I was like, oh. Aww. I felt good. I felt special. You know what I'm saying? So.
We asked the right question. I love it.
Yeah.
So, well, you've been doing your thing for 10 years. You know? Yeah. How does it feel? How do you feel like you've evolved as an artist from when you first started?
Well, I've been doing my thing for more than 10 years.
My bad.
Next year will be 10 years that I've been signed to Cash Money. I signed to Cash Money in 2014. So as far as being like a mainstream type of artist, it's probably been kind of like 10 years. You know what I mean? But I would really say my pop-off happened like 2016. But as far as being in the game, I've been in the industry since I was like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? Starting off with local labels, you know what I'm saying? Starting off with like local labels in the city, you know what I'm saying, and branching out, you know, doing my own thing, from working with Chris, you know, to getting with Cash Money. It's just been a long ride, you know what I'm saying? It's been a great ride. You know, my fans, they still ride with me. Like, I see people now, you know, and they be like, man, I've been listening to you since I was like 10, and now they like 23. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? I just be like, dang, it's so dope to be generational. Like, I walked in the pool the other day, and this little 9-year-old was like, what's up, Jacquees? I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Like, yesterday, I was at the Falcons game, and after the Falcons game, they had, like, the little leagues playing, you know what I'm saying? And there was probably, like, a team, they probably was, like, 12 and under, probably, like, 13 and under. Jacquees, you gotta understand, like, when I dropped 19, like, one of my biggest projects, 19, them boys were, like, wearing diapers and pull-ups, you know what I'm saying? So just for me to just be in a generation like that, for it to just keep going, I feel good. My grandma used to always tell me, like, if you got the young kids and the older people, you know, like, you're a real superstar. So I always keep that in my head, like, dang, I must be a real superstar. Like, the 9-year-olds know me, the 15, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, older, like, you know, there's no limit with me. You know what I'm saying? It's not a gap. Like, you could be a 60-year-old woman or man to listen to me, and you could be a 17, 16 of your people that you listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just dope to be able to connect with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, just to piggyback off of that, you know, the industry obviously is constantly changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even the state of R&B, things of that nature. At one point they were saying it's dead. I don't think it's dead anymore. But how do you feel like you've, you know, moved with the times? Because it has changed, right?
Well,
you know, so
I feel like how I've always been, as far as my music, I never tried to follow the wave. So no matter what was going on in R&B, whether they was making club music, if everybody trying to make pop, whatever everybody trying to do, I always just stuck to what I love to do. And I always been like that since I came in the industry. Like, I remember when I was a young boy, when I was like 15, I remember who I was working with at the time, they used to try to tell me, like, man, Jacquees, you need to make club records, like, easy club records, you know what I'm saying? And I just be like, man, my heart ain't really over there. Like, if I come across a beat or something that make me feel like that, maybe I could do it, but I can't just, like, that's not what I'm into. I was more so into, like, making, like, love music, love songs, you know, young, making love songs, and just, like, being like that, you know, and I feel like when I first, like, when I got a little older, you know, it just started coming to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, BED just happened. You know, we wasn't in the studio saying, like, we need a record to be in the club. You know what I'm saying? It just, Nash made the beat. We came up with the melodies, and Forte and me put some words on it. It was just like, oh, dang, we got a club record. You know what I'm saying? So just staying true to who I am in my music, it just led me to the places that people thought I should be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful for that, because I remember they used to always tell me, like, when I was young, I remember Block used to tell me, he was like, man, if you get off of what you doing, when the clock go around, somebody else gonna be doing what you're doing. So I always just stick to what you're doing. So I always just stuck to what I know, you know what I'm saying? And even Stunner, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when certain people give you compliments on different things, it boosts your confidence in that area, you know? So when I first got with Cash Money, you know, and still to this day, Birdman always tell me, like, man, I'm a fan of your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm a fan of your music. He always tell me, like, Queen, man, you got that soul food. Like, everybody else doing all that, but your music is like, you need it. Like, you can't survive without the soul food. So, you know, I just feel good, you know, and this puts an extra boost of confidence on me when I'm in the studio, just to know, like, man, they like it, you know what I'm saying? They like it. It just keep me going, like, no matter what the internet say or different things, or people might give their opinions, it never drives me to put me down, because I'll be like, man, in real time, I'm getting
props from
I'm getting props from people that really do it for real. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
It made me feel good about it. And of course, my fans that just ride so much and just still so dedicated to the music.
So before we get back to the Sincerely For You tour, because I want to ask you just a little bit more about some of the songs on there, but you're very approachable, like, you're very genuine, and I've heard that a lot about you.
Oh, that's real, for real? They be saying that?
Yeah, I heard that, and I mean, they didn't lie. So I guess, like, what does that mean to you on a personal note, to be approachable, or for your fans?
I mean, I think it's cool. Like I don't never try to, like, I know I'm Jacquees, you know what I'm saying? But just because, like, just because I'm Jacquees, I don't feel like I gotta treat you like I'm better than you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because, you know, I mean, we all human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard to be where I am. So, you know, you just ain't gonna catch me conversating with anybody. But, you know what I mean? It's like, I give you your respect as a person, because it's like, you know, why not? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't go nowhere feeling like I'm better than somebody. Like I say, even though I know who I am, you feel me? I still don't step up and be like, I don't know, it's not in me. I've never been like that. You know, but if people think I'm approachable, hey, what's that? Just don't step the wrong way.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
100.
For sure.
The respect. Always.
Yeah.
No, I feel it. So I also want to talk about, what's your favorite song on the project, on your album, excuse me?
My favorite song on the album, I really love the intro. I think I love the intro because I'm on there, like, kind of shouting out a lot of my people, you know, a lot of people that I feel like, you know, helped me get to this point of where I am today. That was the whole purpose of the album. Sincerely for you, sincerely for my fans, sincerely for my team, my family, everybody that's been a part of this journey. You know what I'm saying? We came a long way, and we got so much further to go. You know what I mean? And just up until this point, I'm just thankful for everything that it's been. You know, everybody that's been there along the way.
I like that. What do you want fans to take from the project?
Well, what I want my fans to take from the project is well, this project, I just want them to know, like any of my other projects, like, well, they always say your third album is the album that, you know, solidifies you in the game. You know, it's either make or break you. So I feel like, you know, they told me that this album was a no-skip project, you know, so that made me feel real good about that. And I think this project, like I said, just solidifies me in the game, even though I've been solidified, been certified. But it's like according to to the record books. You know, your third album is the one that's, you know, you either gonna give it a hump or you fall down. So here we are. I'm working on my next album now, so it's good to say we made it over the hump. You know, shout out to my fans being so loyal. You know, shout out to my label, my team. You know, everybody that's here. You know what I mean? We got a long way to go, like I say.
I love it. I love that very much. All right, so I also want to know what else can we expect to hear on your tour? Because I know you're gonna be, you know, singing some fan faves.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, you can expect everything. Like you said, it'll definitely be the album because this is the album tour. Right. So I have to format it in the way that it's like you're at the Sincerely For You tour. But we gon' party. You know, we gonna do the classics. We gonna do the mixtapes. We gonna do everything. Like we gonna do what I feel like I'm gonna do exactly what people want. You know, it may not be. It's gonna be everything they expect and more. You know, I can say that definitely.
Special guest.
Yeah, I feel like every city we go to, you know, I'm real cool with a lot of my peers in this industry. So, you know, the different cities we go to, if they there, you know, I'm pretty sure they'll pop out for me. I never had an issue with having people pop out for me. So I feel like the love should still be there. They should be there.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Why New Orleans as the first city?
They probably was the first one to put that check down.
Never mind.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe New Orleans. But no, I love New Orleans though. And it's the home of Cash Money. I am Cash Money. So I hope New Orleans shows up and shows out. I was just down in New Orleans, really acting like a real regular guy down there at the lake, eating seafood, you know, having a great time. You know, we went out there for my sister's birthday. So yeah, I get a lot of love in New Orleans. The people, I love the accent, I love the culture. I just love everything about it, you know. So I feel like they'll show up for me. And then by me being Cash Money, it's like they always kind of gave me an extra little love. You know, kind of like I'm like they distant cousin or something.
Right,
you know
I
what
love
I mean?
it. Absolutely, of course. I love it. Well, we gotta talk about that too, because BG, since you brought up Cash Money.
Oh yeah, I just talked to BG, man. BG's home,
there we
man.
go.
Yeah, I talked to BG the other day, man. I should have screenshotted him like everybody else. I ain't do that, but I should have. But yes, BG's home. Y'all could be expecting something from us. He already done told me send him something, so yeah.
Exclusive. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. And okay, well now let's just talk like real stuff, right?
Okay.
What is a fun night out for you, Jacquees? Like what does that look like?
A fun night out with me just look like being with people that I really love, you know, that I rock with, you know what I'm saying, and just doing whatever. Whether we sit in the car talking all night, you feel me? Whether we walking, you feel me? Whether we shooting paper towels in the trash can, you know what I'm saying? Whether we, you know what I mean? Whatever, just kicking it. Like I ain't gotta be outside to have a good time. I just need to be around my people. That's it. Like we could be doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes I do like to hit the club if we're in a certain city for a different experience. Like, you know, going to the club in Atlanta now for me is kind of like the same thing unless it's the right type of crowd. You know what I'm saying? So I think more so for me, it's just like a good night is just being with my people, you know, enjoying us, you know, doing what we like to do, whatever that is.
I love it. All right, well, any pet peeves you have in the music industry or even the media?
Pet peeves, like stuff I don't like?
Yeah.
Pet peeves.
Keep it real now.
I mean, if we keep it real, I just don't like when people ask me like dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that they already kind of like got their own answer to, no matter what I say. You know what I'm saying? You know how people ask you something, but they already got their own answer. So you're like, why do you ask me that if you already like had your answer? You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like one of my pet peeves. And in real life too, I hate when people ask me something to get my opinion, but then they already know what they want to do. Like, to the point where they argue you down about what you just told them. It's like, don't ask me that.
Like, why you bring me into
yeah,
it?
don't even ask me that. You feel? Just leave me out of it. But that's pretty much pet peeve for me. And I don't really have too many pet peeves in the industry. You know, I understand this is the industry, so I'm already ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like I come with the armor on already. You feel me? It's like I know y'all going to shoot at me. So it's like I got the protection on.
That's real. Yeah. Okay. Well, last question. I forgot what I was about to ask you, but it's okay.
Oh, because I said the dumb questions.
Okay.
I'm just playing with you. That was his.
I was like, well, no,
that's his.
Last question, I guess, just tell us, or leave us with some advice. You know, what advice do you have for aspiring artists? Because you know you've been doing your thing for a minute.
Well, if I could leave y'all, the people, young artists, with some inspirational words or something, I think my biggest one would be never quit. You know, keep going, no matter what, because you're gonna come. It's gonna be a lot of bumps in the road. You know what I mean? It's not all peaches and cream. You know, you're gonna face adversity. It's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna have to overcome. You know what I mean? And I just think never quit. You know, never quit. That's my biggest thing. Like, it's been a lot of times. I was thinking about this last night. Like, I was thinking, like, it's been a lot of times where I could have quit. You know, it's been a lot of doors that didn't open, a lot of doors closed, a lot of times. It's just been a lot of ups and downs. But you know, I've been able to keep going because I never quit. Like, I believe in myself. So I think the biggest thing is just believing in yourself. I think I read something from Deion Sanders this morning on his story. I think it was like, nobody can outdo you, or nobody can something about you. And it just hit me like, nobody can tell you what you can do, like what you're capable of. Only you can do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how I became Jacquees. You know, just knowing who I am. You know what I'm saying? And just really, really believing in myself and never quitting. You know what I'm saying? Because where I come from, it's like the dream was super far. You know what I'm saying? It's like you couldn't see it, how it's so up close now. Like now you can almost like just, like everybody, like, you know, it's like close. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the dream is kind of like, it's reachable now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when I was grinding, it was almost impossible to make it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, down to just trying to get your music played on Hot 107.9 with Red Dread telling you it ain't it. Like, just trying to get on Battlegrounds and trying to just perform at Luda Day. Trying to just, you know what I'm saying, like, entering local talent shows and trying to get Frankie and Wanda to put you on the morning show and just, like, grinding, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just come from that, and I just believe, like, if you just believe in yourself and just never quit, just keep going, you can make it, and just keep going first.
I love it. Now, I know I said last question.
Yeah.
Ella May.
See, that's one of them questions. This one of them questions.
You know I am.
But nah, she cool though. I feel like she cool. I feel like we cool.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I hope we can work together because I think she's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? I think she got a dope singing voice. She was always dope to me. You know what I'm saying? She pretty. She can sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of her guy, Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
You know.
I was hoping. I knew it was going to be something positive. Well, guys, you heard from the best. This is Jacquees, and we are rolling out.
September 29th, Sincerely For You Tour, New Orleans. We're popping out. Let's get it.